Yeah, we are going to discuss today how organizations, how any person, well wisher who wishes the development of the youth can do, the possible way that we should develop the youth. That's what we are going to discuss today. This is my practical experience that you guys are supposed to look at. What I'm going to talk about, I've done this many times, and this is one of the projects that I think can definitely do the best. Is a very young kid, but actually so much interesting. This kid is getting to 3 weeks. I think you can see that is the potential, that is the genetics of the animals that we really look at, and so that's what exactly we are trying to look at. As I've said, I need to discuss with you and tell you why I would recommend this project to be the project that would help a lot of us. Goat farming is a project that somebody can start in his own way. It's a very expensive project, but it can allow you, it can even give you an opportunity of starting it slowly. So, like for the well wishers or the government or the organizations that would really want the youth to develop, they would go into goats. I've seen many of you that have really tried to give youth, goat projects, but your approach is really very, very bad. Let me tell you one thing. Me, I've done this for quite some time. I've been dealing with goat farming for quite long, and I know where the messes, I know where the mistakes, I know where somebody can achieve and have the money out of this business. This is my approach, and this is what I can explain to you guys. If you really want the youth to develop, this is one of the challenges that the youth have. One, youth might have the energy, might have the power, might have the time and strength, even the feeling or the love for animals. But what limits them? It is the cash. There is no way how a person can make money out of farming when you have no capital. Believe me or not, which kind of capital are we looking at? We are looking at the land, first of all, and then the money to invest. That is also another issue. You get it? It's two ways. So if you're helping, let's say a youth, and you really want the youth to develop, this is the approach that you're supposed to do. I would like you to have land. Even if you get 5 acres of land, just say I'm helping around 20. There is no any reason why you have to say I'm supposed to handle 1,000 youth at a go. That is not possible. If you can, it's well, but you begin with 20, or let's say 20 kids, 20 youth or 30 youth. How do you have to do that? Get for them land. Even if you're hiring that land for, let's say, 5 years. But don't make a mistake and hire land for 2 years. Even if you are the people who wants to start by yourself, don't hire the land for below 2 years. Because this is a business that does not just come in and go straight away. Like, I have put in my money, after 6 months, I'm getting my money and I'm getting out of this business. Take that period of a goat having, conceiving. A goat is conceiving. Then after conceiving, it has that, what they call the gestation period, and then it produces. So that process will definitely take around, I think, seeing some goats, it needs around 8 months if you begin now. So that means the 8 months, and also look at the period a goat can take to grow. That's like 6 months. Let me, for example, show you this guy, this person you see, or this girl you see, is around 3 months. Look at how big that person is. So if that, may I call it a person because I love them so much, I stay with them and I really take care of them. The way I take care of myself is the same way that I take care of those animals. So that goat is around 3 months. So if that goat is around 3 months, it's around 30 or 50, 25 to 30 kilos live weight. So that is a goat that you can sell and have some money. So I'm still explaining to you that that is a period. If you want to see some of the money of a goat, you are supposed to take around 1 year and a half. That's when you'll be seeing your money coming up. So if you're helping the youth, get for them land. If you're hiring land, hire land at least for 3 years. Give them, let's say, a portion of, let's say, 5 acres. If you give a youth 5 acres of land, or any person, let's say, I'm not even looking at the youth alone, but I'm also looking even the old people. Let's say you're helping the mothers, let's say you're helping any community that would really love to help. Get, let's say, 5 acres of land. Help that person to plant the pastures, because that is also part of the investment, part of the capital. You're going to help that person to succeed, then he can repay. You get it? Get like maybe 20 people, get an acre, at least 5 acres per person. Which kind of land are you looking at? Look at the land that has water, it has a very good fertile soil. Plant the grass, because I told you many times that the project, the determination of the number of animals is determined by the feeds that you have. For example, for your information, the business of goat farming is all about numbers, first of all. 2 is grass, because if you have no grass, you're not doing any business. What do you have to do? If you give those people, let's say, 5 acres of land, also look for capital and let them plant the grasses. Which kind of grasses are we looking at? We are looking at Bracharia molato, we're looking at alfalfa, we're looking at sugar grass and chloris. Let's say do at least 2 acres of alfalfa, because that is very vital in the feeding of an animal. Then put other grass like Bracharia and so on other 2 acres. Then leave 1 acre for them to exercise, because it is part of them. So you select your work, your youth that you want to help. Give him 5 acres. Give him capital to plant the grass, but he must be also part of the team that is doing the planting, because there is no way how you can help someone who doesn't want to be helped. Because if I give you, let's say I'm giving you money to invest in something and you're contributing nothing, you want me to give you and as well help you to the end, and I hand over. That person cannot work. Select people who are interested. You're giving a certain percentage. Let's say you're hiring land for that person, you're planting grass for that person. He should be part of the people that are doing the labor. Is the one also providing the labor. That gives you a very good information that that person is really interested. So what you do, if you've gotten the land, there is water, there is pastures, or you plant the pastures, there is water on that land, give him animals. People make mistakes that we are giving out help or aid to the youth or to any people that we want to help, and you give him 2 goats or give him 5 goats. Okay, 5 is okay, but 2 goats, that person you're helping, he has his own problems. He has kids, maybe he has people to help, even himself needs clothes. So if you give him 2 goats, how do you think that person is going to keep that animal? How is he going to live? The only way you can develop someone is by making that person comfortable. If that person is not comfortable, he cannot produce. So what do you have to do? If you do that, at least give him like 10 animals, 10 goats. Because if you give him 10 goats, you expect him to at least have over 70 goats within a period of 2 years. And that's the only way. But never give out an aid to the person and you let that person stand alone. No. Give him the land, give him like 10 animals, which are hybrids, and on top of giving him land, 5 acres, give him like 10 animals. Also monitor, put a team that is well experienced to keep monitoring that project for over 2 years. That is the only way a government, an NGO, and an individual who wants to develop the community what he is supposed to do for the farming. But this tendency of looking to help a person, you're giving out locals first of all. Secondly, you're not giving him feeds or pastures. You're not skilling the person on how to do the management, even some simple treatment, and you're not doing monitoring. My dear, you lose a lot of money. Many organizations have lost money giving out 2 goats. That 2 goats, the owner, the person that is given the goat will sell 1. He will stay with 1. And on top of that, if an incident happens and 1 dies, that is also another trouble. So that project is phased out and people will lose it. If you're giving out animals, at least start in 10 and above. Because if you know that that person has a problem and he can sell at least 2 goats, the balance of 8 will produce. If he loses like 3, the balance will produce, and that will keep the project move on, but also monitor the project. So look at many things in that way. The project location, the grouping of those people, and the strategy of monitoring those people, at least for 2 years. If we do that kind of arrangement, let me tell you one thing, we can develop a number of animals. The projects we do will be very successful because we've done all that. Let me just wish you the best, and I think I will need to take it a rest. This video, I made it because a certain organization was asking me the methodology of developing the youth to become serious farmers. So that is the proper methodology. I was feeling uncomfortable to give any information to that individual organization than giving it to the whole world, because I know there is a lot of people that are really willing to help a number of people. Let me just wish you the best, and bye for now.